Hello everyone, can you hear me? The microphone should be working at least now. Hello Alyssa, happy you made it to the stream. Beats by Gaz. Great to see you, and of course, Christine. I hope everyone can hear me. Okay. Windows notifications, of course, now. Excellent. Now we have to go to my ugly mug on camera. Check 1, check 2. Yeah. So, soon I'll have all the proper stuff instead of just webcams and stuff like that. Way to go, Alyssa! 50! That's great! You got a third of what I have. Okay, now we'll see what this lag is. Let's see how bad the lag is. Okay. Oh, you're seeing me already? Oh wow, okay, so it's funny you're seeing me before I'm seeing me.
Funny you're seeing me before I'm seeing me.
There we are.
Funny you're seeing me before I'm seeing me.
There we Okay. So my other, yeah, that was weird. My other account basically wasn't showing me that I was online yet. So, but we're here. How's everyone doing today? Everyone's holding up in this insane little world that we have going on. Well, I've really tuned the bot down. It shouldn't bother us too much today. I've made it so we can use emojis and we can put long paragraphs of text. There's all kinds of other things that I've turned off. So all that should be going okay. I'm sorry for the halo effect above my head. It was really nice when I was doing the setup. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Wow, that really looks weird. I'm looking at the live in one monitor, I'm looking at YouTube in another monitor, and it's like, whoa. So I'm just trying to get I'm still working on all this. But yeah, so yeah, I know groceries are getting ridiculous, I've heard, in the States. I was being shown pictures before and like still seeing empty shelves and everything compared to when I think about here. And I go to the grocery store and you'd almost think nothing was going on. Pretty well everything is in stock. Everything is available. So, some of the frozen stuff still isn't back, but other than that, yeah, everything is pretty good. Well, you know what? Japanese subtitles could be fun. I'm Godzilla. And more Windows notifications coming in. There's gotta be a way to stop them. Only when I'm doing something like this. See, I wish I could work at home. I wish I could work at home. It'd be great, just have someone, like, I do all the cooking here, and then just have someone come and pick it up when it's ready, but it doesn't work that way sometimes. But, yeah, it's absolutely nuts out there. It's absolutely nuts. And I saw that the U.S. State Department now has made all U.S. travel basically Category 4, which means don't. And if you're out of the country, that you should either plan on staying there or get back as soon as possible, because it just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. So even the Canada-US border now has been shut down to normal traffic. Unless you're bringing like goods and services across the border, there's no more like going to Plattsburgh or going to the States for the day. You're locked out. So this is pretty crazy. So all we can do is really hope that it's all finished and fizzles out quickly or something. It's possible, Alyssa. It's very possible. As soon as I saw the message that basically all travel's now been restricted, I sent a message to Chris and Angel. It was 2:30 in the morning for them, so they'll see it when they get up in the morning. But yeah, it's really bad. From what Shen was saying, they're gonna have to seriously talk about it. I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. China says they have the virus under control, but it could. Jeez, my phone's beeping with messages now too. China says they have it under control, but this isn't the first time they've had days with no reported cases. And then 3 days from now, oh look, we have 500 new cases. So going by 1 or 2 days for me isn't enough. I want to see more. I want to see them go a week with no cases, and then I'll say, yeah, they've got it under control. In the meantime, I saw that Italy actually has surpassed China in the actual number of casualties or deaths because of this. So this is absolutely horrendous. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I really pray that it comes to an end soon and we can all get back to our normal scheduled lives. So, Cure Corona with Andrew's wings. You haven't had my wings, so you don't know. Maybe if you have my hot and spicy ones, that's something else. But I think the only thing that's going to cure Corona is some salt and lime. So yeah, when this box arrived today at work, people knew, because I told people, hey, if I get a box, either put it aside or if I've left for the day, to call me and let me know. So as soon as it came in, I was in the back and I actually heard one of the girls going, oh, Andrew's going to be so happy. So when she came into the back holding this thing, well, I think it's on camera. I'm not sure. Yeah, this thing. There we go. It was a great shock and made me want to leave work a lot earlier. So I saw your message last night, Christine, about garlic parmesan wings. So I don't have a normal recipe that I would use for that. I would honestly just make some really good garlic butter. Uh, like lots of real fresh garlic, some parsley, butter and olive oil. Uh, get the wings really crispy, either in the fryer, or if you're baking them in the oven. Then when they come out, toss them in the garlic butter, and then put the Parmesan cheese on right at the end. On June 2nd. Yeah, well, who knows what's going to be happening June 2nd. If this keeps going on like this, and where I work, I have a hard time getting supplies and ingredients, I might be closed a little bit before that, but we'll see. And how did you know that June 2nd was National Leave Work Day early? Don't mind me, I've got something in my eye here. Yeah. So, this box has a bit of weight to it. Curious to open this now. Cheers, everyone. To everyone's health. A little San Pellegrino. Oh, that's cool. So, of course, anyone that was either day off or leave early, you've got highlighted. I've got some coffee too. I've got my coffee as well. It's just I wanted a little something bubbly. So one of the joys of working where I work, I'm able to get this stuff like at cost, and when I go out and I see how much they charge for it in the shops, I'm like, holy crap. I pay that for a case. And, you know, for what they're charging for one, it's sort of replaced my Coke and Pepsi or whatever, or my other soft drinks. So, should we be nice and wait a couple of minutes for some others to arrive, if they're going to arrive, or should we delve into this box? And I did see, by the way, I didn't know if the little meow message on the box was there before or after. Say something in French, sir. Okay? C'est quoi tu aimes parler en français? J'ai aucun problème de parler en français ici. Au travail, j'ai besoin de parler avec des autres en français, ou même chose avec mes clientes, les fournisseurs, tout ça. Comme ça, je parle les deux. Mon français, c'est pas parfait, mais c'est correct. Sorry, Alyssa, I'll go back to English. I was asked to speak in French, so we did. We gave one of the joys of living in Quebec, where I'm from, where the language for the longest time was predominantly French. So it was kind of like we had to learn French. But now English is I think people have smartened up and realized, like, you can't run a country only on one language, which what Quebec wanted. So we people, the younger generation now, are growing up and getting into positions where they can make decisions, and they've realized, hey, we have to learn how to speak English, not force them how to speak French. So a lot of things have changed. Thank you guys. Merci. it's you know it gets bad when you're talking with someone and within the same sentence you're bouncing from English to French and French to English, and you don't even realize you're doing it. So to speak in French is one thing for me. To write in French, forget it. I'll cause a war. I'll put down the wrong thing and insult someone's mother, or I don't know. But to speak it, I don't seem to have any issues. Yeah, no German here. Not yet, Alyssa. I'll probably end up learning Japanese before I learn German. Okay, I keep seeing people pop in and the viewers going up, but I have no clue who they are because they aren't showing up. Hey Linda, I'm glad you made it. We haven't opened our box yet. It's still here. We're waiting on a few more. Oh, you're trying my chicken strip recipe. Okay. Well, that's great. What do you mean you don't know what is basic? Funny, I'm looking at again my little secondary monitor here, and that light above me is really weird. I'll have to get some front-facing lights or something to change this and fix the lighting and get sharper images. And with any luck, this little thing, well, that little thing, will become one of the new cameras, we hope. It's just figuring out how to get, how to get that on the computer. It doesn't get recognized as a regular web camera. Listed ingredients on the page and said it was basic. I'm gonna have to check. Maybe I made a mistake, or could I have meant basil? Because I did add basil to mine. And when you're saying on the page, do you mean on the YouTube video or on the web page? Because I don't remember putting the recipe on the web page. Yeah, you know what? I think I might make some chicken fingers after the stream too. I've got some chicken in the fridge and everything ready. I'm just going to sort of fry them up in my cast iron instead of doing the big pot. Okay. Well, as long as you season the flour first, because as you see in the video, we go from a flour to the egg wash into another flour. Season up the first batch of flour however you like, whatever spices and seasonings you like. So I'm really going to have to double check the description of the video and everything, because I can't remember what I said. But you know what? One way of figuring it out, I'm going to go check my own video here. Yep. One thing that I actually really like is some Montreal steak spice. It's really, really good. Yeah, but Alyssa, you can't have tacos tonight. It's not Tuesday. That's not allowed. So you're having them too late. Well, my own video playing. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that is a typo in the description, Linda. I'm really sorry. It was, for some reason, I had basil twice, and once I went to write basic, and the other I wrote basil. So that's my bad. I'll fix that up after the stream. But yeah, put whatever seasonings you like in the first bowl of flour. You can do them just straight salt and pepper. Garlic, of course, is always going to work well. Cumin. I put some paprika in there because I like the sweetness and the smokiness of it. If you want things a little bit hotter, add some chili powder. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. And yeah, just season them however you want, then dip them into the egg. Like, shake off as much as you can, dip it into the egg, dip it into the second unseasoned flour. Again, shake off as much as you can, and deep fry them until they're nice and golden brown. And you want to, of course, make sure the chicken's fully cooked inside. And that's part of why I like doing the strips, because they cook a lot faster. Welcome back, Alyssa. They're not ready yet. Okay. And now you've got me thinking, maybe I'll do tacos or nachos. Oh, maybe I've got some. They came out with a new nacho chip here, and you know how they had like the hint of jalapeno and hint of this and hint of that. Now they came out with one that's a hint of queso. So that might be really good, and we'll do that with some chicken or something later. I said, it's so funny when I go back and I look at some of my older videos. It just gets kind of like weird, like, oh, I did that? But I'll go back and I'll fix that description, Linda. I've made the taco shells before, but I did like most places. I just bought soft corn tortillas, and I wadded up a bunch of aluminum foil, and I put the tortilla over it, and then I just held it submerged with my tongs in the oil. I've never made my own corn tortillas from scratch with the masa and everything. It's something I'll make one of these days, but I don't have the press that's needed. So, because rolling out corn masa is not easy. But doing the shells, you can do them at home. Either get some nice flour tortillas or corn tortillas, wrap them around something, and just deep fry them for like 2 minutes at tops, and they come out nice and crispy. Main thing is you gotta let them cool off a bit when you take them out, and leave the mold in, because otherwise they'll just fold up on themselves. I had to turn the other video off because there I was really confusing myself, because I was looking at my preview, the live stream, and then seeing myself on the other camera as well, and it was just really weird. There were 3 of me, and that's never a good thing. I think 3 of me in the real world would be pandemonium. We have enough trouble out there right now. keep looking at this box going like, I can open this. This is mine now to open, so... Yeah, 3 chefs is better than 1, but they always say more than 1 chef spoils the broth, so we'd have to keep us all in different kitchens. I think putting us in the same room together might cause some kind of damage to the time-space continuum. Okay, so let's have some fun. Let's open up this box. I have no clue how we're going to do this that everyone can see, or if I should just open it and hold the items up. I think that's the best, because I don't want to... Yes, it's laundry day behind me. Okay, so we can sort of see the box there. Unfortunately, it's really the best I can do right now. So, we've got our knife. We're all set. Okay, Christine, is there anything that I should be worried about opening this? I know you said it was stream friendly before. And the winner is... Hey, we got a whole bunch of bubble wrap. You gotta love bubble wrap. Oh ho. Right on top. That smell when you first open... Yeah. Whoops, sorry, my camera's trying to focus on the bubble wrap. This is the box from DCG with all the air that I won from them. Oh, yum. So right off the bat, oh, I remember these. I remember these. Hostess Cherry Cheese Danish. Oh, man. Remember what I said before about I'm going to be making some nachos or something? No, I know exactly what I'm going to be eating for dinner. These are so good. Gaz, you're in the UK. I'm sure you've got some kind of like pastry shops and stuff. And these are just a classic cheese Danish with some nice cheese, with some nice cherry filling on them. But they are just so good. And they aren't overly sweet, which is really, really nice for a change. Because most of the time, oh god, they're so sweet. And as we dig in... Oh god, they still make these. That is so them. We've got some. I'm trying to do this in the camera. We've got the mini fruit pies, again from Hostess. This is a throwback to... Oh god. I'm going back over 30 years. Closer almost to 40 years. We would do family vacations. What kind of buzzing? We would... Oh, is that the wasps that are buzzing around? No. We would do family vacations to Florida. And as soon as we would cross the US border, we would stop at Price Chopper or whatever grocery store was that we came by. Oh, I don't know. Is anyone else getting a buzzing sound? It's not my fan. I made sure that was off. Okay. Are you able to hear me though at all, or it's... The only thing I can think of is maybe it's the fan on my computer, because the bearing on the fan is going, so it's another thing I have to change on this computer. But unless it's picking up that, but that's been going for the whole thing, so I don't know. But yeah, we would stop at the first grocery store. And honestly, I'd get, at the time, $10, because we're going back a long time, and I'd go and get all my snacks for the whole trip. And the first thing I'd always grab were these Hostess fruit pies. And the best, the apple and cinnamon ones. These are just... they're so good. They're so good. And the fact that they say they only have 100 calories each. Oh. Yay. These, even after dinner, to pop one in the microwave for a few seconds and put ice cream on top of that. Yum. But yeah, I would buy bags full of these, and we'd be driving, and we wouldn't even get... God, most of the time we wouldn't even get out of New York State, and I'd already finished everything we'd bought. So we had to like stop again and buy more. Geez, there's more stuff. There's more goodies in here. Oh. I'm so gonna have to find... These are great. So we've got some little kitchen towels with the crazy with the crazy Italian chef. Here I am with my pizza and my spaghetti and my baguettes. Oh, those are really nice. Thank you ever so much. I didn't think that. That is great. Okay. And of course, so we don't burn ourselves on stream anymore. We've got the matching pot holders. It's incredible what you can find at those places. I'm just reading the tag here, and it says keep away from flammable things. So, smart. It's weird when pot holders say keep away from open flame. You'd think they'd be okay for that. But yeah, oh, what's the chef's hat called? Some people call it a stovepipe. I have heard it referred to as a toga, but not too often. Most people really just refer to it as either a chef's hat, or a stovepipe, because that's kind of what it looks like. So, and I've got... I need a bigger desk here, because there was a notification that popped up, and I can't see anything. There we go. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I really hope when we get this new place. Well, for one, the dirty laundry won't be in the back. But yeah, we'll be able to have. I'm gonna have a proper streaming room. The kitchen is gonna be a lot nicer. So, oh, and oh geez, there's more in here. There's more. Oh, jeez. And one of my favorite things, I collect mugs. So, whoop, come on, focus up. There we go. So, a great mug. I really, really love this. Thank you ever so much, Christine. This is great. And I love the little saying. I won't read it on camera just because, well, we have some youngins in the room. But, oh, this is excellent. I don't know where to start on all of this. But at least now when I make a pig on myself, I've got a towel to wipe my hands. So we're all good, and I've got a cup to wash it all down with, so we're all set. Thank you ever so much, Christine. This was so nice of you. It was... I don't know what to say. Thank you. That's the best way I could put it. You've brought back some incredible memories. Well, thank God I've got a little bit more hair than he does. So, not much, but a little bit more hair. So, oh, excuse me. But yeah, this has been incredible. The memories alone from the fruit pies is like, I'm going back 40 years. So, like, I can actually remember the fruit pies. We would go to Price Chopper or PNC, whatever it was called, because they sort of bounced between the two. We went there and they were 3 for a quarter. That's scary. That's scary. That, yeah. Oh, you youngins, you didn't know what you were missing. It was cheap. For now. Like, now if you find something 3 for a quarter, chances are it's going to be old bubble gum or raisins or something like that. But back then was, I think it was about on par with today if you increase as time goes and everything. So I was 1969. I was born in 1969, and I remember very, very distinctly. It was my 9th birthday, and I was woken up promptly at midnight and shuffled into the car. Still asleep. Everything was packed. My parents were like ready to go and everything, and wasn't told where we were going. Wasn't told where we were going or anything, and we drove across the border, and I was out cold, and we stopped in Buffalo, New York, and that's where I got introduced to these, because it was breakfast. And I think on that trip, now from Montreal to Florida, you can do the drive in like a day, but that's driving for 16 hours. So we took it over 2 days, and I remembered we stopped somewhere, And we had to find another grocery store so I could get more of these cakes, more of these fruit pies. And I still had no clue where we were going. And we literally drove right up to the front, the archway of Disney World, and it was like, oh my god. And I didn't know what was better, going to Disney or these pies. And even back then, to give you an idea, because like Disney these days, the food is, it's either super cheap or really expensive, and there's nothing in between. But they sold these pies at Epcot. So I kept running, and you didn't need to pass hopper to go from one park to the other. You could literally just go from one park to the other. I would be monorailing it back to Epcot to go to the Living Land Pavilion to get more of these. And then I would meet my parents somewhere back in Frontierland or wherever it was. So yeah, this is always what I say about how the power of food. This isn't something I've thought about in 40 years, and I can remember everything so vividly. And that is the power of food and the connection it has with us and our memories. Most people don't remember events or things that are going on, but if you mention a certain food or something that happened or they had at that same time, all of a sudden all those memories can open up again. And that's what this has done. It's brought me back to my childhood, and thank you, Christine. It's great. It's just the power. It's the power of memories and how food can help influence them. And that's why a lot of the recipes I make come with a little story about, remembering it. And guys, you don't have to retract messages. That's fine. I saw that too. I saw that, and yeah, it's how the power of food is incredible. Sitting around a dinner table with family and friends, a lot of the times you're going to remember the name of the restaurant. You're going to remember what you ate. And you'll remember that sometimes more than the conversation. It's it's one of those things. It's one of those things. They say the mind can remember smells and flavors more than visual things, visual sight. And I believe it. I believe it because I don't even have to taste these, and yet I can tell you the apple is sweet, but the cinnamon comes through and you can taste everything. That the cherries are really tart in those, and that really sweet syrupy stuff. And the cheese Danish are buttery and tangy. Like I said, I don't even have to taste them to know exactly what it says. Oh, sealed fresh, okay. I was trying to read what it said on the side of the box, and I was like, huh? Yeah. So, thank you ever so much, Christine. This is, this will be my new streaming mug. So on all the streams you can expect this to appear. The potholders for sure, and the towels, well, I can stop using the towels that I get from work. It's funny, I'll bring like these white rags home from work, and then when they're dirty I bring them back to work and have them wash them there. So it's Mugsley. Yeah, well, if anyone wants to send me a Pugsley, that's something else, but no, it's just a joke. I didn't expect this, and It was like incredible. This is why I do the channel. Like I want to bring back memories for myself, and by cooking, I do that. This weekend, I'm doing a sauce, a pasta sauce that I did with my mom. It was one of the first things I learned how to cook with her, and it was one of the few things that she made that was actually good. My mom could not cook to save her life. Sorry, Mom. But so this weekend it's sort of a memory meal to her, and it's a simple, easy recipe that it just brings back memories. So you can do a recreate vid on your treats. Yep, I could. It took me a sec to realize what you mean. For me to make the apple pies and the turno and the cheese Danish, I'll do that for sure. I will do that for sure. I'll definitely do the apple ones because I can get apples all the time. The cherry ones, because I want to use fresh cherries, and so I've got to wait for those. But I will definitely do a apple pie turnover with the sugary glaze and everything very, very soon. I know. It's something about the dough that they use. It's so buttery and rich, and they aren't overly sweet, but they're really good. Yeah, so I'm looking at these going like, how haven't I eaten them all yet? So, and it's funny, it says 100. Okay, the nutritional facts. I'm going a little off topic here. A lot of the times you're going to see advertising like this: 100 calories per pie. And it goes, that's great. It's not too bad. It's not the best thing in the world, but at 100 calories, it's pretty good. But when you actually read the nutritional facts, 100 calories is not one pie. It's per suggested serving, which is half a pie. So, don't be fooled by advertising sometimes. Always check the actual label. When you can, read the ingredients. They're there somewhere. There we go. Well, because they're 2 in a pack, it's actually 400 calories if you eat the package. So, that's getting a little bit on the high side. Then when you look at things like your fat, your sodium, your sugars, eating one of these is like getting 25% of all the bad stuff you shouldn't eat every day. But you know what? It doesn't matter. These are a treat. These are a trip back to memory lane, and I know they're going to be so good. So, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. I was so happy when I found, they call them Oreo sleeves. So when you get Oreos, you know there's normally the 3 rows or 4 rows depending on the size. Well, now it's like just one of those. So I think you get 10 cookies in a sleeve. 10 or 12. No, I think it's 10. So when you buy them, they come 3 sleeves. So you're still buying a regular box of Oreos. But you tear off 1 sleeve. So you're not opening the whole box. So somehow I don't feel like you're eating the whole thing. I am, but I'm still eating way too many of them, but yeah. Exactly. Salt is like on everything these days. It's so much. Because when they list the salt content, they're just talking salt, table salt. They are not talking about all the preservatives. They aren't talking about everything else, all the other sodiums that are in there. You know, the sodium distillates, I was going to say sodium peroxide, but no, they better not put that in there because that's used for cleaning. So, yeah, exactly like that cheese that you found. That was an edible oil product that should have been used more to lubricate a car than be passed as an edible product. So, pretty bad. Pretty scary. Oh, so what do you have on your taco there, Alyssa? I went to grab the mug to take a sip and realized it's still empty. We'll grab my other mug for now. Chicken. You see it. I don't know why. When it comes to my tacos, I want some kind of meat, beef or chicken, and I want cheese and lettuce and cheese. No, I want cheese and lettuce, and I want a good taco sauce or salsa. Yeah. Oh, so all you have in your taco is cheese and sour cream? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. If that's what you like, go for it, you know? Like, I think tonight's not... Depending on what we end up doing now, if I just sit back and turn into a glutton and eat fruit pies and cheese Danish and... yeah. So, you've tried them now, Linda, and you like them? Yeah, Gaz, the whatchamacallit, this cheese that she found, it was a shredded cheese, and she held up to the camera, and I was like, oh my god, that's not... I couldn't even call it like processed cheese food. It was... If there was anything else more artificial in it, it would have been flammable. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you tried them, Linda. I'm glad you like... So you like them, I take it. Yeah, it wasn't food. It could not be classed as food. And how they were legally selling that stuff, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I try, and you've seen from my videos, that I cook with simple, normal ingredients. But I take also a little bit of time to read what's in them, because I've seen tomato coulis or tomato sauce, and tomatoes were like the 5th or the 6th ingredient in that list. So there's something really wrong with that when you're buying a tomato sauce and the main ingredient isn't tomatoes. So, you know, take 2 seconds and look. And I've got a real simple rule of thumb that if I'm reading the ingredients and there's anything in there that's more than 20 letters long, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. If a word is 20 letters long and it only has one vowel, you shouldn't be eating it. So, yeah. So, take a little bit of time and look at the ingredients. Your choice. Post it to both if you want on Discord so everyone can see it, and Twitter so we can show it to the world. Like monosodium glutamate, but that is actually 2 words, so we're sort of in okay there. MSG or monosodium glutamate used in the correct way is fine. But when you go to a Chinese restaurant and they literally have a salt shaker of it on the table, run. And this is why back in the 80s and 90s, when everyone was like, oh no, I can't eat MSG, it's because we were getting literally poisoned by it. There was so much of it in the food. But in very small quantities, it's fine. It works as a great flavor enhancer. And you can actually get away using less MSG than you can using a table salt or a sea salt. But it's got to be used right. It's like when you're cooking pretzels or bagels and you boil them in lye. Lye by itself is a caustic poison, but when diluted properly and used safely, it's a very, very common ingredient in baked goods as well as cleaning of equipment. So it goes to show you how just a little bit is okay, but a lot can literally scrub stainless steel in industrial equipment. So it's something you've got to watch out with. Just like everything else, everything in moderation is the best way to go. You know, I've got all these, and yeah, I'm joking that I'm going to sit down and gorge and eat them all. But this is going to last a good couple of weeks, because I know like one a day isn't going to kill me, and I'll eat it in the morning, so when I'm going to work I'm doing enough physical stuff to burn all this off. So yeah. Everything in the world can be taken, but slowly and in moderation and carefully. $15 a day might end me up in the hospital. Either a diabetic coma from all the sugar, the fact that I'm going to be as sick as a dog. Don't get me wrong, when I was Alyssa's age, hell, I'd eat all of these in one sitting. But now, I don't think so. It would really hurt. It would not be a good thing. You're no word as Brussels sprouts. That's just because you haven't had them cooked properly. Christine, I promise you, if you get some Brussels sprouts, cut them in half, heat up a good fry pan with some olive oil and some bacon, and you roast those in the oven. Don't steam them. Don't boil them. Don't bring them near water. They are so good. Welcome back, Alyssa. Okay, well, Christina, you said you like coleslaw. Do you like cabbage rolls? Yeah, well, you see, steaming them does turn them into boogers of doom. Little green meteors of death. Yeah, you can't steam them. That's why they go slimy and horrible and disgusting. If you put steamed Brussels sprouts in front of me, I can promise you I will throw up all over the place. But you roast them in the oven, they are as sweet as cabbage and crisp and yummy, and I promise you, Christine, you will like them. Just keep them away from water. I used to hate broccoli because my mom boiled it to death. The water she cooked it in would be greener than the broccoli ever was. That's how long she cooked them. And again, once I learned that broccoli to steam, okay, but if you oven roast it, it becomes like so sweet. Okay, if you like kielbasa and cabbage, I promise you, if you roast the Brussels sprouts, you're gonna like them. You're gonna like them. And I'll make you this pledge. I'll make you this promise, Christine. If you ever make it up to Montreal, you are gonna have Brussels sprouts on dinner. You will have Brussels sprouts for dinner. And they're going to be cooked up with bacon and topped with a little sprinkling of Parmesan cheese on there, and you are going to love them. I can promise you that. You see, I like a lot of my green vegetables. I love string beans. I love broccoli. I love cabbage. God, what else? Spinach. I prefer spinach in a salad than I do cooked. And if I'm doing it cooked, I want it rolled in a pasta, like, spinach and ricotta manicotti or something. And I love collard greens when they're cooked properly. Oh, I got introduced when I did the sausage gravy and biscuit video. Like I said, we ate there for 3 days, and I only had one meal that wasn't sausage and gravy, and that was a barbecue plate that she made. And there were collard greens on the plate, and I looked and I was like, what the hell is that? Until I tasted them, and they were like, wow. Cooked with that smoky ham hock and everything. So good. So good. But yeah. but you've got to try cooking them the right way, Christine, and I promise you'll like them. Because if you like cabbage, there's no reason you won't like Brussels sprouts. The flavor is very, very similar. But like I say, if you boil them, I'll throw up. Kielbasa is it's a smoked sausage. It's a pork sausage that's smoked with lots of garlic and other seasoning, and they're great grilled or steamed or cooked with other things. I love doing kielbasa with cabbage and potatoes, and I literally just chop everything up and throw it in the oven, and that's it, and I cook it until the cabbage and potatoes are tender, and it just tastes so good. Okay, so we got Linda's seal of approval on the chicken tenders. Alright, I'm super happy you like them, Linda. You see, and when they're good, you don't even need a dipping sauce. There's a reason McDonald's has 15 different flavors of dipping sauce for their nuggets. It's to hide the flavor of them. You do have to try them, Alyssa, but Alyssa, be careful if you're making them, because you do have to deep fry them. Yeah. And you know what? I take those same chicken tenders, I'll chop them into bite-sized pieces, and I'll do a chicken Caesar with them. Yeah. Definitely, please, Alyssa, because I don't want to hear you got burnt making them. Yeah. So, and what's great is you cook them at home. If you make sure your oil's at the right temperature, they don't soak up a ton of grease. So that's a big plus. This camera never shut off. There we go. Yeah, you always want to make sure when you're deep frying at home that the oil is hot enough. For the chicken fingers, about 375, 380. And you saw Linda, they took, what, 4 or 5 minutes in the oil? They cook super quick, they're super easy to make, and they're just really, really good. Okay. See, this is so weird that CloudBot. Yeah. Most people, actually, the first few times they make it, tend to overcook them. Yeah, they cook so quickly and easily, and they're so good. It's great. I adore them. Just while we're all in here checking something. Oh, where is it? Way too many commands in this. Okay. Question, because I've been watching through Studio, so I don't see everything. But has anybody seen the CloudBot tonight? I don't think so, eh? I think the CloudBot's been quiet. Yeah, I thought so. He's been particularly quiet and sneaky. So I'm looking and he's turned on and everything's on, but he's just not there. So I gave him a thing of WD-40. You'd think he'd be happy, but no. I'm really gonna have to work on that bot. We either can't shut him up and he's banning everyone, or he's not even there. We'll have to ask about it and find out what's going on. Anyways, now, all this talk of food, you're all eating. Now it's my turn to eat. I want to thank everybody for coming to the stream. Christine, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was going to say they smell like cardboard, but that's the box. They're individually wrapped. I'm going to enjoy these so much. I'll be having one after dinner, that's for sure. I'll even let you pick what, if it's going to be one of the Danish, the apple, or the cherry. So, look, I'm doing this because I want to help. Look, even Linda, she's just, you've just found out how simple it is and how good it is to make your own chicken fingers, and how quick it is. You season those up however you want. Okay, apple it is. In fact, you know what we're going to do? Oh yeah, these are definitely small and individual. Whoa. I don't know if it's because I was so little or whatever, but yeah, I remember these things used to be two-handed to eat. But they're the minis, so that's good. I won't be as tempted. Yeah, I won't be as tempted to eat so many at once. Yeah. Like I said, I started this to show everyone, all of you, that takeout food, it's convenient, but convenient doesn't mean good, and convenient definitely doesn't mean good for you. Linda, you just you just made the chicken fingers. You just made the chicken fingers, and you knew exactly what you put in there. God knows what you get when you buy them at Sonic or McDonald's or wherever. It's, and what preservatives are in there. And let's be honest, most places don't make them themselves. They buy them frozen in a box, and they don't even get ingredients listed on them. So that's how bad these things can be sometimes. This is why I started the channel. I wanted to show you guys that you can do this. That it's not hard. Nothing I do is magic. I'm not going to do anything like ridiculous and crazy. Yeah, if you want, I can do a beef Wellington. But I'm going to do my version of a beef Wellington. That's something that we can all eat. And let's be honest, it's beef Wellington, something we can all afford. Because beef Wellington, to get a beef fillet. Holy cow. See, the shepherd's pie. You know, how simple can it be? You know, ground hamburger or ground meat of your choice, topped with mashed potatoes. But it's how you season, how you play with your flavors and textures that makes all the difference in the world. As we were talking about Cornish pasties, I promise we will do some very, very soon. I actually have to work on a better dough or pastry for them first. Because I do dough, I do bread, I do rolls, I do, as you know, I do pizza. When it comes to pies and pastry, honestly, I suck. So I'm gonna I'm gonna work on it, and I promise you I will make a really nice Cornish pastry very, very soon. Very soon. Yeah. And like I said, Christine, I've done it where I've done with like a creamy peppercorn gravy that you can buy, the little packs. Most of the time I think they call it 3 peppercorn sauce or something like that. And I just follow the instructions and I throw it into that meat, and all of a sudden it's almost like eating a pepper steak pie. It is so good. I will do a brownie video, and I'm even going to do it using a box, because there are times the box is just better than what you can make yourself. And I try and get the Pillsbury box ones because I look at the ingredients and they're all simple ingredients. It's flour, cocoa, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and really that's about it. I'm adding the wet stuff. But I don't follow their cooking instructions. So that's a little difference. So we'll definitely do one of those. That might even be this weekend. I might even do a real quick video on the brownies. Yeah. Like I say, when I cook them, I don't follow the cooking instructions on the box, because they're great when they first come out of the oven. But after like 2 hours, they have to be registered as deadly weapons, because they're going to hurt somebody. Either that or you better have really good insurance when they rip someone's teeth out of their mouth. But we'll show you how I make them, and I make them nice and chewy, and they stay that way for like, well, I don't know, they've never lasted in the house for more than like 3 days. So, but they're soft and chewy the entire time with that nice crisp edge. Because I don't know about you, but I do love that crispy edge. I want them soft and chewy and gooey in the middle, but the edge I want crispy. When it comes to brownies, if it's a square pan, I want the corner. Pothole filler, roof. Use them as roof shingles. So I think we're going to call it a night. I've got to get some food in me. I know I'm looking at all of these, and oh my god. I've got to eat something. So, do what I do, Christine. Use a round pan. That way, everybody gets crispy bits. I use a 9-inch round pie pan, just like I would when I'm baking a cake. So it comes out really, really good. So thank you ever so much, everyone who stopped by. Christine, thank you once again for all of this. That trip down memory lane was incredible. And I'm going to be in Discord shortly. So thank you all very, very much for coming by. This has been great. I honestly never thought when I started the channel I'd be doing unboxings of gifts and stuff like this. This blew my mind. This blew my mind. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for trying them. I'm really happy you like them. I've got a lot more planned. So keep tuned. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming up. Gaz, if you're still here, like I said, I promise you've got some Cornish pasties coming. And Alyssa, you've got to let me know what you want to see me make. You've got to throw in your sense too. I don't have members here, but you guys are definitely like my top tier. You know, if I had to choose levels like, you know, how we have boss and all that in PTW and hatchlings in DCG, trust me, you're all my sous chefs. You're all my sous chefs. So thank you very, very much. And we'll talk to y'all in the other room. Have a great night. Thank you for coming by. Guys, if you're watching this in the replay, please like and subscribe to this video. Comment down below if you have ideas for food recipes or just general questions. Don't forget, we do have our website, 5pmchef.com, where you can always leave me a message, and I'll make sure to put a link to the Discord server that you can come and chat with all these great people and ask questions almost all the time. So thank you ever so much, everyone. Alyssa, good night. Christine, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been incredible. Gaz, it's late for you. Try and get some sleep, man. And Linda, I'll be looking forward to seeing those pictures of the chicken fingers. So, till we all talk again, thank you ever so much. Have a great night. Thank you, and bye.